The butterfly effect began as a doctoral thesis written and submitted in 1963 by a man named Edward Lorenz. His thesis stated that a butterfly could flap its wings on one side of the world and move molecules of air, which would then move more molecules of air, which would then move more molecules of air, etc., until eventually it could create a hurricane on the other side of the world. It was originally laughed at and dismissed as impossible, but because others found it so interesting, it stuck around for a while, and eventually, in the mid-90s, physics professors showed that the butterfly effect worked. It was true, and it worked every single time through repeated tests with any moving matter. This was later adopted by motivational speakers and others who then stated and showed that one little decision you make in your life could have a tremendous effect on others' lives, which would end up leading to great things. All the accomplishments of each individual throughout history wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the lives of those preceding them. Well, this is also true for League of Legends, in both a positive and a negative aspect. I may talk about the positives in another video sometime in the future, but today I'm going to take you through this game I had on stream about a week ago where I start off really strong, 5-1 on Ahri, arguably my best champion, but because of certain small mistakes I made early into the game, I end up hurting my team a lot in the long run. I end the game with 9 kills and 8 deaths, a score that a lower rating may be fine with, but that score decimated my team to a point where I deserve the loss that we get 100%. You may think this is just another example of a taking responsibility kind of video, but it's much more than that. It's not only about taking responsibility for whatever mistake you may make in game, but it's also about taking responsibility for every single thing that happens because of whatever actions you make. But I'll talk about all that in a second. For now, let's just go ahead and get into the game. I start off doing very well. As I said, I'm 5-1 on Ahri right now, and I see Evelynn and I immediately go looking for her, trying to pick up another kill on her. But this is ultimately going to be my downfall if I continue an aggressive playstyle like this. I didn't even realize, I was too focused on trying to kill this Evelynn. I didn't realize that I just saw Aatrox mid lane on the minimap. Aatrox comes here, gets his very nice Q off, and ends up finishing me off with his Ignite, even though I try to flash out of it. I do get the kill on Evelynn, but that's by no means worth it. That 500 gold on Aatrox can do a lot, even if I just completely dominate the rest of the game. Aatrox can use that 500 gold to carry, and I cannot continuously make mistakes like that over and over and over again. But of course, in the heat of battle, I don't care about that. I'm not playing as smart as I should. This is solo queue, so I completely ignore the fact that Kennen goes missing from top. I do end up getting a kill on him, and I think about going back in on Evelynn, but that was a huge mistake, and Aatrox ends up picking up another free kill on me. I'm clearly doing very well, even, if I can get a kill when someone ganks me, 2v1, that's obviously very good, but I can't continuously feed Aatrox like this, or this is going to be our downfall. But of course, as I hinted earlier on in the video, this is our downfall, and I do not stop this aggressive playstyle. I don't respect my opponents as much as I should. I continuously try to 2v1 them. I continuously go for all these kills that are not safe for me to go for and not safe for me to get. I tunnel vision way too hard on the minimap and do stuff like here, running right into the enemy AD carry, feeding him a kill, and then allowing him to pick up another kill on our AD carry. And I continuously make mistake after mistake like this all throughout the game. Now, it's not all bad. I'm not a complete moron. Like here, I'm able to save Lulu before she ends up getting killed by Aatrox, but our Trundle then reinitiates in onto this Aatrox. We do end up popping his Blood Well very early on, but then the rest of the team shows up. We stay way too long without having our Lulu with us, fighting 5v4. Kennen gets a nice Ignite on me, and they end up killing the rest of our team. The rest of the game continues to go on and on like this, where we have stupid mistake after stupid mistake, whether it be because of me playing aggressively or whether it be because my teammates start making mistakes, and I end up just following through on them, or I don't do the correct thing to fix them. Now, I'm not saying that to blame my teammates. I'm saying that to show you guys that even though my teammates did make mistakes, as you can see, I die a lot. I make plenty of my own mistakes, and even though I did very well early on into the game, I should not blame bot lane for feeding. I should not blame top lane for feeding. I shouldn't blame anyone for not calling MIA. I did more than enough to lose this game for my team, and I completely deserve the loss that I got. Even though we had a 2-5 Trundle top, even though we had a 3-8 Sejuani, 2-6 Varus, 0-5 Lulu, that's no excuse for this loss. I completely deserve this loss, and if you're in the same situation, you need to realize that you deserve this loss too. Harry Truman kept a sign on his desk during his administration as the 33rd President of the United States of America that said, "The buck stops here." The phrase refers to the fact that the president has to make the decisions and accept the ultimate responsibility for those decisions. No matter what he planned to do during the start of his administration, whether his actions be good, bad, or a controversial in between, he planned to shoulder 100% of the responsibility for all the outcomes. I want to challenge you all to have the same attitude in solo queue. I started off doing very well that game. I was the only one doing well, and an average player stuck in my situation may want to blame his teammates for that loss, his teammates' deaths, his teammates' picks, his teammates' play styles, or whatever. But it's important to realize that we are never blameless if we lose a game. To draw this back to the butterfly effect, it's not that the butterfly caused the hurricane, the same way you didn't directly cause your loss if you did well early on, like in this example. It's that the small initial differences can lead to drastically different end results. The butterfly is the small change in wind, change in force, leading to a huge effect in the form of a hurricane on the other side of the world, whereas a couple kills on the jungle or a slightly incorrect playstyle is the small difference leading to a drastic change in the outcome of the game. The point of all this is to try and help you realize that you're never blameless, even on games that you thought you deserved to win. Small inconsistencies or mistakes early on can and will end up with you losing games, even though you finished with whatever score you had by the end of it. I don't mean to be such a downer in this video. This goes for wins as much as it does losses, but the point is, if you lost, you played a part in that loss. If you seemingly played the majority of the game well, then it's time to realize what the small mistakes were, so you can go ahead and fix them and win the next game. Thank you very much for watching, good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.